This is Bill Creech. I'm a Christian, and I'd like to tell you how that come apart. I was a wicked when I was a young fella, even though I did go to church. I had a plan, like all young people. I had a plan. When I'm 75, I'm going to make things right with the Lord. Well, then I'm going to live it up. And for 4 or 5 years, that's what I did. I lived it up. I was heavily into country music and played bars and had my own bar in the basement, and we played, had friends over, and we just played, had a good time, lived it up, so we thought. But then the worst of all things happened. My best drinking buddy got saved, and that messed me up. That messed all my plans up. So this is about November of 1974. We was planning our New Year's Eve party, and I'd been buying liquor and whiskey and beer and stuff for the big party. Then he messed up. He got saved. So he invited me out to church. He said, "Man, you into country music? There's a group coming out to our church that I think you will like." So, okay, he was my best buddy, so all right, I'll go. So I went, and I sat about 3/4 of the way back on the right-hand side. And boy, it was a good group. It was a fantastic group. They could flat out sing. I didn't know gospel music could sound like that. A member there got up to give them a break so they could get a drink of water and whatever, and he ended up giving his testimony and crying out, how shameful a grown man in front of all these people, just bawling, and everything. And a voice spoke to me so loud and clear, I looked around to see where it came from. There were nobody than 3 pews of me. But it said, "Serve me, and you can do that." And scared me half to death. I finished out that service and ended up going back a couple more times. But then conviction got in. But I had a party planned. I had bought all that booze. Had a big party planned. I'll wait after. You gotta wait after New Year's. New Year's came, and I was a bartending, and I was having a good thing. Everybody was having such a great time, and all my Bacardi rum was green. It didn't taste good, so I couldn't have all of my favorite drinks. Everything tasted bad. I ended up drinking orange juice while everybody else had a good time. A few days after that, well, actually February 4th. I kept putting it off, February 4th. And meantime, 2-3 days before then, I was waking up, I was dreaming of hell. I could see hell under the door. I could hear the flames and the screaming. And each night, for 3 nights, and each night it got worse and worse and worse. I thought that door was going to burn that 3rd night. So the next day, when I was out doing my running, in a blinding, I never seen it rain so hard. I was on my way home, and I got to thinking all about that there. And boy, I was tired. I was tired of seeing it. I weren't enjoying it. My buddies all got saved, was getting saved, and being wicked and all that. This ain't no fun no more. Took the fun right out of it. So on my way home, I was talking to the Lord, if a sinner could talk to the Lord. And I was starting to cry, and I said, "Lord, if you're real, and I know you are, I am tired of this sinful life. I don't want to live this way no more. If you'll save me, I'll live for you every breath I got till my life is over." And boy, I was crying, and it was I couldn't see. It was just raining so hard, cars going zoom, zoom, zoom. So I saw a wide place, so I pulled over to a wide place. And then I gave my life to Christ. Gave my heart to the Lord. At the other side of the road, or in the middle of the road, or somewhere. Jerry wanted to see where the spot was, because she didn't remember no wide places being there. And we went up and down that road, and there was no wide place. So I come to the conclusion, when I gave my heart to the Lord, He made a way for me, and He will continue to do so and has done it for all those years. So couldn't wait to be baptized. We didn't have a baptistry at our church, so I pounded that preacher every time. I said, when am I going to be baptized? I just want to be baptized. And so it took about 3 months to get one of the sister churches, borrow their baptistry and everything. But in the meantime, I started, they knew I was a country singer, so they had me sing a little bit at church. So I'd get up there and I'd sing some old hymns there that I heard Mom and Daddy sing. It was about 5 or 6 months, I guess, I'd been saved. About 3 o'clock in the morning, I had a dream about me leading somebody to the Lord. And boy, it was real. It was so real. So I got up and wrote it down, wrote the dream down. And the only tune I could give to it at the time was one of my old country songs, Knoxville Girl, I guess it was. I used that melody on it and started singing it and everything, and about forgot about it for about a few months later. I was with a real good friend of mine. We was kind of camping out and everything, and I said, "Hey, I wrote a song. Would you like to hear it?" Yeah, let's hear it. So I sung him that song. He started sniffing and said, "You all right?" I heard more sniffing. I said, "You all right? You want to pray?" He said, "If I don't, I'm going to bust." So, and the song happened just the way my dream did. I got to lead him to the Lord. As a matter of fact, I used the same words, asked him the same questions that I had in my dream, and it come true. So I've been writing songs ever since, and I got probably 1,000 plus or minus or whatever. See many people saved through my ministry. It's a joy and honor to serve Jesus Christ as my personal Savior.